DEI starts at home. This is a story time, and I am not a long story short type of person, so just follow me. So, in January of this year, when the executive orders came that said, DEI was full of fraud, waste, and abuse, or whatever it said, and all of the companies just abruptly, especially the federal government, abruptly stopped doing DEI work. I truly believed and thought that my work in DEI and the work that I've done with this tool over the past 10 years was done. I mean, I truly believed that phase of my life was over. And people would tell me on a regular basis, don't worry about it. In 4 years, you'll be able to go back to doing this work and, it'll be normal then. And I know they're meant to be encouraging. I knew that sentiment was to give me some hope, but it was actually very depressing. It was very depressing to know that 4 years, I'm not going to be able to do the 4 years of not being able to do the work that I feel like I was put on earth to do. It sent me in a spiral. I mean, there were days where I'd wake up and I'd be so full of rage and anger that I wanted to just fight everyone. And then there would be days where I'd wake up and I would be so full of hope and ready to do the work and, drawing strength from my ancestors, saying if they could do it, I could do it. And then there'd be days where I'd wake up and I'd be so sad and nothing made sense. I was not in control of anything. And me as a type A person not being in control, truly it felt like things were over. And so my son started school this year, and I thought to myself, this might be just a good time to slow down, focus on getting my son ready for kindergarten, and just allowing what is meant to be to come to me. And so I started focusing more on getting my son ready. And that's when it really hit me that at my core, I'm a parent who absolutely loves being a parent. I mean, I signed up for the PTA and to be a room parent as soon as the opportunities presented themselves, because I love being a parent. I've gone to my kids, field trips when they were in daycare. I'm the first to sign up to volunteer for things in their classrooms. I mean, I'm that parent who loves to be there. My background is in learning and development, and I love creating learning opportunities that help people understand and apply what it is that they're learning. And of course, I'm a DEI expert. I mean, this is what I have been a practitioner of for the past 10 years. And I knew that when I show up as my best self, it's all three of those things that are, going through my head at the same time. And that's when I knew that the table of diversity, the at-home edition, needed to be a priority and needed to be something that I took from being just a thought I had in my head, a fleeting thought, and turned it into reality. And so that's what I've been doing. I mean, for the past 6 or 7 months, I have been head down working on bringing this tool and bringing this concept and bringing this framework to life. And being guided by science, being guided by the table of diversity at work, that's just been super impactful, and that has been useful for so many leaders and teams and organizations over the past 10 years. I knew I wasn't starting from scratch, but I knew that the at-home version, the version for kids, teens, and young adults, was going to be different, because how I talk to my 3-year-old and my 5-year-old is different than how I talk about DEI to adults at work. How I talk to teens about it is different than how we would talk to kids. And I knew in my mind that I wanted this tool to be something that teens, kids, and young adults could all look at, see themselves, find themselves on this tool, and then utilize the framework that comes with it to not only focus on self-awareness, but also social awareness, and then being able to turn their awareness into meaningful action. So that's what I've been doing. I have been working diligently. I have been working with subject matter experts who can help me make this tool into something that is age appropriate for each of those groups. I have called on parents and educators and folks who know child development to help me create a framework that combines child development with my DEI expertise, with my experience as a parent and a learning and development professional, to bring to life a tool that helps us take DEI that we've seen at school and at work and to bring it home in a way that makes it age appropriate, that makes it a journey for both the kids, teens, and young adults, but also for their grown-up, for the adult who is going with them on this journey. And to do all of those things, to check all of those boxes, it has been a challenge, but one that I had time for, one that I had space for, and one that I think that I was built for. So I am inviting you all to come along with me on this journey as I really dive into launching the Table of Diversity at Home. And I'll tell you, I was thinking about how to share this, and I've shared it in so many ways. I probably have like 6 videos in my drafts right now from where I talked about it, and I was like, that's not really expressing the sentiment that I want to express here. But there are so many feelings that I'm feeling as I'm preparing to launch this. One is excitement, because I it's proven, the impact is there. You know, I don't have to sell this, because the Table of Diversity has been in existence for 10 years. When I was working with NASA, it was this tool. This is the one that, got me into NASA, and really it's gotten me into every organization, because it's the thing that stands out and that truly transforms how people think about and do things with DEI. So the proof is in the pudding. It's already been there, done that. It's already happened. So there's a lot of excitement that is there. Another emotion that I'm feeling is audacity. And as a business owner, you have to be full of audacity. You have to believe in what it is that you are doing like no one else. And the level of belief that I have in this tool, it is off the charts. I mean, I know that once this tool is released, that every family, every school, every educator, every grandparent, every caregiver, every coach, mentor, you're going to want this tool. You are going to want this tool and the framework that takes the entire group from awareness to action, because it is transformative. There has been so much thought and energy and intention, and just everything has been thought of in creating this tool. And you will see that as I start talking about it more, but you will see that even more once you get your hands on it. So the waiting list is open. If you've stuck around for this long, the waiting list is open. You can go to DEIathome.com to get on the waiting list. It's free to sign up for the waiting list. And there you'll get updates on all of these things that I'm going to be sharing. Don't rely on the algorithm to bring me back, because I don't know if the algorithm is going to bring me back. But I do know that if you sign up for the waiting list, that you will get communication from me, and it'll go straight to you. So DEIathome.com is how you can stay in touch with what's happening with the Table of Diversity at Home. And I promise you, you don't want to miss it.